Hi, Eric Wilson here, independent licensed mechanic with 30 years of experience. The next 6 to 7 minutes, I'm going to show you the inside story on this 2016 Jeep Patriot, so you can make yourself an informed decision. And yeah, so you can see the inside story. Okay, first of all, coming in on the front left tire, you got about 80% tread on aggressive snow tire, so lots of tread for the winter time there. Now, coming behind the front left tire, you first of all want to point out this is your outer CV boot. It's full of grease. Now, if it was ripped, you see grease all over the place. Important to not be, because that is what lubricates the axle to keep you moving forward. This is your lower ball joint, lower left ball joint, critical. Holds the wheel to the chassis, and it is tight. Brakes, you've got about, I'm going to say about 10,000 K left on your front brakes. This tube right here, okay, if you follow that up there, this tube is part of the front suspension. It's full of oil. If it was leaking, you see it dripping right out. You see it dripping all the way down there. That is good and dry, and that's important because that's your front suspension. This is your inner CV boot on on the left side axle. Again, see for yourself, good and dry. Now, speaking of good and dry, this is the bottom of the transmission here, and I'm not seeing any leaks on that whatsoever, which is a good sign. Yeah, so no, yeah, dry under the motor here, so we're not going to be seeing any oil leaks on your driveway. Okay, now again, behind the left front tire, this is your sway bar link. Your left sway bar link connected from there up to there, doing its job. That controls the sway when you go around a corner. This here is the most important thing of anything, because it's the only thing that holds the wheel to the steering. It is a left outer tie rod, and it is tight. Another leak point, if it was going to leak, it would leak right here, because this is the drive shaft that comes out to the rear seal and to the rear axle. And see for yourself, good and dry. Now, this is your catalytic converter. Nothing wrong with it. But the bad news is that thieves are reaching under there and going cut, and in less than 5 minutes, this cat's gone. They've made $200-300. You've got $1,000 to $1,500 repair to do. Now, the good news, if you buy the vehicle, bring it to me, and I'm going to put a catalytic theft protection system on it. No cost, no obligation. Just contact me. I'll take care of you, so that's not going to happen. Okay, that's the good news. Okay, coming to the left rear tire, you got about 20,000 K on the rear brakes. More brakes on the rear than you have on the front, but definitely good sign. Now, the rear left tire, if you see, about 80% tread on aggressive snow tire, so good, lots of tread for the winter time there. Now, your left rear suspension, again, no brakes in the suspension. Now, take a look inside. That tube in there is full of oil, and if it was leaking, you see it dripping all the way down here. That's part of your suspension. It's not. It's doing its job. That's the outer CV boot. Again, see for yourself, good and dry. That's the inner CV boot, good and dry. Now, this, if it was going to leak oil, you'd see it leaking along. This is where the rear differential is. And see for yourself, good and dry, okay? So no oil leaks that you're going to have on your driveway, which is a good thing. Shot of your muffler, all intact, doing its job. Okay, now this is the left sway bar link, and see it's connected from here to here. Again, it controls the sway when it goes around the corner, and that is connected. Okay, now coming in on the right front tire, again, about 80% tread on aggressive snow tires, lots and lots of tread. Coming behind the right front tire, your right outer CV boot, good and dry. Right lower ball joint, good and tight. Your shock, right shock, if you follow it up, good and dry. You would see oil leaking all the way down here. The inner CV boot, right here, see for yourself, good and dry. Okay, the right outer tie rod, good and tight. And your right sway bar link connected from here up to here. Okay, I don't see any leaks. I don't see any issues so far. So far, so good. Okay, another shot of your right sway bar link, and this is the spring suspension on the right sway bar, probably in the right strut assembly. So that, no cracks, no breaks in your spring and your spring suspension here, and also no leaks on your front suspension, right or left. So all good for that. And brakes about 10,000 K left on your front brakes. Okay, rear right tire about 20,000 K on your rear brakes. Okay, the rear left suspension, No cracks, no breaks in your spring. You see for yourself the inside tube. You see oil dripping all the way down the tube there, and it is good and dry. The rear right sway bar link connected. Your rear outer CV boot, good and dry. Your rear inner CV boot, a little harder to see, but good and dry. So I'm not seeing anything of any concern under the car so far, leak-wise, brake-wise, suspension-wise, or brake-wise. Okay, with the motor running, you've got, hang on here, you've got 190, 896 altogether. Hang on here. Yeah, 190,089 for K. No cracks in your windshield. Dash looking clean. No check engine lights. Okay, I'm going to take you out and show you the condition of the motor now. Okay, with the motor running. All right, no issues. Shot of your exhaust for the motor running. Very, very clean. Okay, now, first thing the thing I always look under on any vehicles, I look under the oil cap for any kind of dirt or sludge, and I don't see it other than your usual oil, but no real concerns concerning that. So, and I'm not surprised because as far as I can tell, this motor has been well maintained, or this car has been well maintained. So I'm really not seeing anything of any concern here, either brake-wise, suspension-wise, leak-wise, tire-wise, motor-wise. I don't hear any concerns for the motor. Again, just to be, and if you buy the vehicle, by all means contact me. I'm going to put the catalytic theft protection on there, no cost. In addition to that, I'm also going to give you a 10% fuel saving device that I've used for 20 years, never fails, always 10% right off the get-go, and that's again free, no charge, if you buy the vehicle. Now, if this is not the vehicle you're interested in, let me know, because I will do this video inspection on any vehicle you're interested in, because that's what I do. And I just simply want you to buy safe with Eric. You got a right to know, folks. Have a good one.